What's going on, my new Publish OX family and my old Torum and Facebook families? By the time I post this, it will be the next day, 4/5/24, Friday. As you can see, yesterday was not the best day. Actually, it hasn't been the best week. For all of you who are going to wish me well and send your condolences, I give you my heartfelt thanks now. On one of my most recent Torum.com posts, I said there's some crazy shit going on at my house. Well, this is that crazy shit. He was known online as Blockchain. However, in the true vein of anonymity, just like my name isn't the Dark Sage, his name wasn't Blockchain. It was IDAK, IDAK, an acronym, which means Instant Destroyer and Killer. However, in reality, he was anything but that. If you were walking down the street and you were coming towards me and I pointed at you and I said, "Get it, get it," he would look at you, then he'd look back at me, possibly look at you one more time, and then he'd want to continue on his walk. In other words, if you didn't pose a threat, he wouldn't do anything to you. He was the same way with animals. Yeah, very unlike a pit bull, I know. But he was also, as a puppy, raised with a cat. So he got trained very early on about respecting other animals' space. So anyway, Blockchain, aka IDAC, he wouldn't attack anything but threats. And even when a dog appeared to be a threat to me, he would ignore it. And when I say ignore it, I mean completely ignore the dog. There's a semi or maybe even completely vicious dog that right around the corner from my house, and I have to walk by that dog to get to the local park. And the dog rushes to the fence. It's a chain link fence, and he pushes on it and growls and barks and snarls and does all that. And Idak doesn't do anything but lift his leg to pee and keep right on walking. So like I was saying, he was anything but an instant destroyer and killer. If you weren't a threat, then he wasn't concerned with you. But if he sensed that you were a threat, he would put his body in between mine and yours to stop the threat. Even with my son, when we horsed around, kicking at each other and doing martial arts stuff, blockchain would, I mean, so used to calling him blockchain online, IDAC, would jump up on his leg and give a throat growl as a warning. He never attacked my son, but he would jump up on him and growl, and if we didn't stop right away, he would eventually bark. So, anyway, over the last 4 days, well, more like 8, the last 4 being the most devastating and gruesome, my son and myself watched IDAC go from happy and what appeared to be healthy to partially blind in one eye, completely deaf in the other, completely blind in the other, completely deaf in one ear, and able to hear out of the other. He also lost his sense of smell. He lost his ability to stand on his own, his ability to go to the bathroom on his own. In those last days, my son and I, we literally had to pick him up and take him outside so he could do his business. And from there, we noticed some things that gets really, really graphic. So I'm going to cut that part short. So after we noticed that, obviously we set up an appointment with the vet. You know, the dog was breaking down. We took him. We asked the vet what was wrong. And he gave us a best guess scenario without us going through a 100% diagnosis. Um, he said to diagnose the dog, uh, he'd have to perform some of the same things that he would do on a human, and that was going to run into the tens of thousands of dollars. So he also said that there was likely a less than 10% chance of him recovering. So we made the decision to have him put to sleep, and he was put to sleep today at 5:17 p.m. I most likely won't be responding to any comments or posts. I will try to be back on Sunday. However, I make absolutely no promises on that. This is the Dark Sage, wishing everybody a blessed day, blessed weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you on the other side of that weekend. Until then, this is the Dark Sage signing out. Peace.